Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes is here with us, and this ruling really supercharges an already electric 2024 race.
It does. It supercharges it, pours gasoline on it. I don't know any other way that you can describe. This is added, made it a powder keg. It's about to explode in November. You will see a lot of fireworks. But what I can say is if I'm picking apart a number of things, I'm a huge fan of the democratic process. So let's start there. I am a fan of folks exercising their constitutional right to protest. So folks being in the galley, if they're saying that they want to be able to speak and they want to shout and do all that, hey, as long as you're constitutionally allowed to do it, I am all in favor of that. There are a couple of things that are happening outside of this process that I think go outside of our norms. You have an elected official, the governor, making a statement that she disagrees. Totally agree with that. But I also don't agree with the elected official of the attorney general, the person that's put in place to follow the law of the land, saying as long as I'm in office, I will not enforce this law. You're telling me the Supreme Court of your state has said this is the law. Your state legislator has said this is the law. And now you're the elected official. You're not going to follow the law, even if you agree or disagree with whatever side you're on the abortion side. I am just not a fan of folks deciding I can pick and choose when I wanted to follow the law after the highest court has told you that it is the law. We're at very weird times right now because that's not the place to do that. The place to do that is in the ballot box. If you want the law repealed, elect Democratic elected officials that will go in there and change it. But if you can't and you don't, you got to follow what the law says. So
you're the top law enforcer.
Some of the things that are coming out of Arizona and some of these other parts of the country where folks are making their own decisions that are saying, I'm going to step outside of what the law says, is just baffling because it doesn't connect and it just enrages the other side that says you're not law abiding. So now they'll go out and vote more and they'll keep the power. And so the argument of saying I won't go do what I'm supposed to do is inefficient. It's not effective, and it doesn't help any of these folks that are sitting there yelling and arguing. It just makes for grandstanding.
So that's happening in Arizona, which could potentially shockwaves across the country. As we look here in North Carolina, we still have a ways before we get to November. But if you're a doctor, if you are a place that provides abortion services, legally, I mean, again, Trump is saying, hey, if I become president, I'm going to leave this up to the states. There has to be some, I don't know, skepticism if you're in the medical field of providing services going, what could this do to me come November, depending on who becomes president?
For sure. So in Arizona specifically, it's a felony listed right there. If you help or provide an abortion to someone in that state for any other action, it's no exceptions there. It is a felony. So right there, it's a total near ban, right? Except for if the mother's life is in jeopardy. But in other cases, I can say I 100% agree with what former President Trump is saying. He's saying that the current law of the land, after Roe v. Wade was overturned, is that the states can make a determination that there is no constitutional protection for abortion. Well, if that's the law, he's echoing what the court says. Now, sometimes he goes outside and he adds his own extra spices to what he thinks. But in this case, this instance, he's 100% on point with what the law says that, hey, the states have an opportunity, and you're seeing it. State after state is making changes to abortion laws, restricting it in some cases, increasing access to it in other cases, and they're doing exactly what the Supreme Court intended to happen. The floodgates have now been opened, and there will be an increase of legislation in litigation and hopefully an increase in votes.